Hello everybody, welcome to the Redmen TV. My name is Dan Clubb and here is my match reaction after Liverpool beat West Ham 3-1 at Anfield to keep the positive vibes going, to keep the strong start of the campaign going. Another 3 points for Jurgen Klopp's men. Yeah, it was not the most straightforward afternoon's work for the Reds, I think it's fair to say. Should have and probably could have made life a little bit easier for ourselves, but that doesn't seem to be the Liverpool way this season now, does it? And yeah, we started off the game in all too familiar fashion, to be honest with you. It's a habit that we seem to have sort of got into and we need to address it as quickly as possible because you can't keep getting away with it. But on this occasion we do, and a lot of that is down to Alisson Becker. Best in the world, no two ways about it, absolutely unrivaled, no one can get near him, and he keeps us at 0-0 early doors. Thomas Soucek with a header, he probably thinks he's scored, to be honest with you, the West Ham midfielder. Heads it down low into the corner, he's probably wheeling off thinking it's 1-0, not on Alisson Becker's watch. Gets down, big old palm on it, parries it away, massive save, massive keeper, what a bloke. And like I say, keeps Liverpool in the game essentially early doors, and just, yeah, that's what we've come to expect from him. But maybe we shouldn't do, maybe he should do it a little bit less. Maybe if we just keep the ball away from the goal altogether, that'd be better. But yeah, anyway, Liverpool, we grew into the game, I think it's fair to say. We had our moments, but West Ham continued to have theirs, and it is a moment of quality from Liverpool. It's down the left-hand side, Luis Diaz looking for Darwin Nunez. The ball's a little bit behind him. Nunez manages to divert it into Mohammed Salah's path. Now, there's two things that can happen here. Salah's either going to round his man one-on-one with Areola and probably score, or his defender's going to bring him down, and it's the latter. It's Agard. He brings him down. Stonewall penalty, no doubt about it. I think VAR probably did check it, but we didn't see any long, drawn-out VAR checking penalty. It's just a penalty. It's as simple as that. And Mohammed Salah, there's been some criticism about his penalty taking, and rightfully so, because he's missed a few in recent times. So it's almost as if he's gone, I'll show you lot. And he absolutely whacks it. Like, even if Areola gets hands to it, even if he's right behind it, Areola, I think it ends up going in, and the keeper probably ends up in the back of the net with it because he sits it so hard, honest to God. It's an absolute rocket from Mo. It's a little bit of bend on it. It's not down the middle. He just, like I say, puts his laces through it. Stop that if you dare, basically. Yeah, 1-0 to the Reds. I won't say it was richly deserved because on the bounce of play, it probably wasn't. It was probably quite an even contest still, but yeah, one of them. Speaking of bounce of play, Liverpool had chances there after a couple of moments where if Salah himself ends up shinning one wide and he probably should do better from. And then Jarrod Bowen up the other end hurts us. We've got away with a couple, like I said earlier, and the ball comes in low towards Bowen. Van Dijk's a little bit on his heels, you might say, but I don't know quite what else he can do. If he tries to volley it away, he probably kicks Bowen's head off with it because Bowen stoops really low, guides his header into the corner. This time Alisson's no chance. Like I say, not loads of pace on it, but it's so well directed that Alisson just can't get there. So yeah, 1-1. Jarrod Bowen was a threat all afternoon, to be fair, and Lucas Paqueta as well for West Ham had a very good game. So West Ham were definitely in the fight at this point, and 1-1 at the break was probably about right, on us even. I hate to say it, but Liverpool weren't at it. However, second half, no changes at the break for the Reds, but just a different mindset, a more positive mentality, and we've seen that a lot so far this season from us. We really have. I think the likes of Szoboszlai had a really good first half. McAllister likewise. I thought in the six, actually did quite a lot of that six work really well, sweeping up. Joe Gomez had a really good first half, especially considering he was doing the right back into inverted quite a lot. He was skipping past midfielders and stuff, not Joe Gomez type stuff, more Trent Alexander-Arnold-esque stuff. But yeah, some really positives from the first half, but as a team, as a collective in the second, we were much better, controlling proceedings, just a much better all-round performance, and it started to be rewarded with chances. One of them fell to Darwin Núñez. Now, I love Darwin Núñez, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but this is a huge chance. Some really nice, patient build-up from the Reds, intricate passing, not trying to play that killer ball too soon, just working it around, waiting for the moment, and the moment comes when Salah inside to Darwin Núñez. Now, Núñez's movement is really good to get him in this position, but he has to hit the target. He has to hit the target, honest to God. He ends up firing it wide, and you just think, is it going to be one of them days, Darwin? Is this where we're at now? Like, you've been good, you've been fine, but then when it comes down to those pivotal crunch moments, are you going to do it for us? Shouldn't have worried. Literally about 2 minutes later, Alexis McAllister with a delicious dink ball, South American to South American. Darwin Núñez on the run in behind, off his shoulder, the man, which is what he loves to do. And it's the most delicate little toed volley beyond Ariola that you've ever seen. And it's just a delight to watch. If you haven't watched it already, make sure you do. It's so aesthetically pleasing. Honest to God, it's boss. McAllister and Darwin Nunez were spectacular, I think, actually. I thought they were outstanding, both of them. Really good games. I think Nunez, like I say, that miss doesn't come back to haunt him. He makes amends minutes later. Very Darwin Núñez-esque, actually, the fact that he misses probably the easier of the two chances, scores a difficult one. Like, it wasn't almost like the first one wasn't hard enough for him, because I'm not going to score that one. That's too easy. Just give me a minute and wait and see what I do next. It was, yeah, big moment for him. He probably thinks he's got the win of it at that point, but Liverpool aren't done there. We make some changes. Gravenberch comes on. Gakpo and Jota both come on as well. And I think that's just us trying to control the game a little bit more, because West Ham were still in the fight at this point. They were still creating chances themselves. But when Diogo Jota's on the pitch, you almost know what's going to happen. Like, there's going to be a moment that falls to him, and he's going to be the man, Johnny on the spot, Jota on the spot in this case, and he's going to make it count. And that's what happens. Liverpool get a corner. Virgil van Dijk attacks it well, nods it down. Diogo Jota, 2 yards out, if that, just turns it home. That man hasn't probably slept for about 3 or 4 days because FIFA came out. I don't think it's called FIFA anymore, but you know what I mean. And scores. Just scores, like an uncomplicated, predatory type finish. Right man, right place, right time. 3-1 the Reds. On we go. Like I say, I'm tempted to say not vintage Liverpool, but it kind of is becoming vintage Liverpool. Like, being in quite a scrappy, even contest and just running away with it in the second half. That is kind of our thing now. I'd like it if it wasn't. I'd like more comfortable games like Aston Villa the other week. That'd be nice. But anyway, regardless of which, 3 points to the Reds. Good performance. Dominic Szoboszlai, everywhere again, outstanding. Curtis Jones, special mention for him. Thought he was brilliant throughout as well. Got a standing ovation from the Anfield crowd. And richly deserved. Thought he was boss. Mohammed Salah doing Mohammed Salah things. Darwin Núñez, moment of genius. Alexis McAllister, moment of genius. Up the Reds. Joel Matip, very good as well. I should mention him. I think I've covered everyone. Everyone was sound. Don't think there's any real poor performance to say, but everyone was fine. Anyway, more of that and player ratings, player rankings, all that usual good stuff coming up. Redmen Plus. Until next time, which will be this week, Liverpool-Leicester. Take it easy. See you again soon.